Hey, welcome to World Entertainment, and are you ready for some brand new cringe? Because they've gone ahead and released a brand new trailer for Star Trek Starfleet Academy, and this time they're trying to go, no, see old fans, it really is for you as well, because they are using the voices of original characters in this to try and evoke that old feeling of hope and optimism and everything else that should be there for Star Trek. But all it does is make us go, how dare you use these fantastic voices, fantastic characters and whatnot in your piece of trash trailer. And we're going to have a look at that trailer. So we'll have a look at it, and then you'll see what some of the articles are saying. Like, we're going to look at one on trackmovie.com who doesn't actually quite hype it up as much as I was expecting them to. But let's have a look at this god-awful trailer, which, yeah, on top of them adding in voices of Spock, you hear, it starts off with Archer, but we hear Archer, we hear Cisco, we hear Janeway, we hear Worf, we hear Spock, we hear Kirk, we hear Picard, and I'm pretty sure they even shoved in Michael bloody Burnham for reasons. Even though this thing is called Carry the Legacy and Create the Future. That's what the trailer is called. So, without further ado, here is said god-awful trailer.
At Starfleet Academy, you will learn the skills that shaped our greatest officers. Officers who went on to become legendary.
A few courageous people began to realize they could make a difference.
Not to conquer you with weapons, but to coexist and learn.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Risk is our business. That's what the Starship is all about.
The true test of a warrior is not without, it is within.
In life, we can only look forward. We have to be torchbearers.
Duty, honor, service.
We have no idea of the dangers we're going to face.
But I'm here to remind you of the power of possibility.
The past is written, but the future is left for us to write.
Whatever challenges came before today led you to this moment. And now you decide if they define you.
So there it is, and as you can see, it just is a absolute big pile of dog crap coated with nostalgia of, ooh, don't you recognize these voices? And it's like, how dare you take those voices and stick them in this god-fested garbage heap that, by the way, the trailer has been ratioed already on the actual Star Trek and Paramount Plus YouTube page. It's a 1,000 upvotes to 2.7 downvotes, and the comment section ain't much better either. You know, saying 1,000 years forward and nothing new exists. Genius writing. Someone else says, and I agree with this one, and I've had this problem with her for a while when it comes to Holly Hunter, is I cannot understand the word Holly is saying. Is she drunk in this series? I think she must be drunk all the bloody time. Either that or she's got false teeth in and they keep falling out, because even when she showed up in BVS, I was struggling to understand what she was saying. I was like, why is she mumbling all the time? And this is one of the issues now that we're starting to get. It's like, wow, you've taken this show over 1,000 years into the future from the time of the original series, and your bait for getting the audience back is to play everything from proper real Star Trek. Hearing Cisco speak, hearing Worf speak. Yeah, Picard speaks, but I'm pretty sure that's from the Picard series and not TNG. Hearing Kirk speak and stuff like that, and it's like, wow, okay, that's what you're hinging this on. And that's even what this little bit of the article says here, saying the upcoming series Star Trek Starfleet Academy is something new for the franchise. A series focusing on a group of young cadets, but a brand new promo video sets the stage for the new series as part of Trek history, drawing on some legendary Starfleet heroes. So it also says that the just released promo video is titled Carry the Legacy and Create the Future, and it features some new footage from the show, narrated at first by series star Holly Hunter's Captain Nahla, or whatever the hell her name is. After that, there are some more Trek familiar voices carrying on the story. This trailer is clearly aiming to draw the connection for fans from the past to the new series. So even this article is pretty much saying they're trying to use the nostalgia bait to convince you to come and watch this show. Problem is, half of the people who have already been alienated from Star Trek because modern Trek, Kurtzman Trek, it ain't Star Trek, won't watch this trailer. So they're most likely going to watch videos like this, or from Nerdrotic, or Geeks and Gamers, or, you know, Robert My Burnett, or someone like that. They're going to watch these type of videos. That's where they're going to see these trailers, because they know we all hate this shit just as much as they do. So it's not going to get them on board. And when they sit there and watch a video like this and they hear those voices as well, we're going to have the same reaction that the rest of us are having, which is, how dare you use these brilliant characters in your trailer for this heap of shit that you were going to pump out, that they're not going to have any actual connection to the show. You're not going to really show us Kirk. You're not going to show us Picard. You're not going to... We know, at least in the first original teaser trailer for this, we saw that thing, the silhouette of Cisco, which Avery Brooks probably was like, yeah, you're not using my likeness in this crap. And they have the history of Cisco, where did he go, and all this crap. And it was like, everyone's reaction to that alone was like, how dare you use Benjamin Sisko? And the fact that they put his voice in here is like wild. Wonder if Avery Brooks knows about that. But of course, also one of the first images they ever released was the wall to cadets, where everyone pointed out there's like 12 women to like 2 dudes. The wall of names is like, oh look, the nostalgic bait again, because you just have the wall where you can see Data's name, you can see Troy's name, you can see Nog's name, you can see Sulu's name, you can see all of their names basically in there. And it's like, oh wow, you're really trying to go, look, see Star Trek references, look, that's an issue. That is an issue, because they're doing what Star Wars is now doing, which is they're referencing themselves. They're not making Star Trek about exploration and stuff anymore. They're making it about Star Trek. And that's what you don't want to do, which is why you're seeing these cadets in the 32nd century standing in front of a wall with every familiar name you can pinpoint immediately on the wall. Oh look, there's Tom Paris. Oh look, there's Will Riker. Oh look, there's Captain Archer. Oh look, there's Data. Oh look, there's Spock and McCoy and blah blah blah. It's like, wow, out of over 1,000 years of Starfleet's history, because that's what this would be, it just happens that every recognizable name from the shows we've had before are front and center on that wall. That doesn't really make sense now, does it? But that's their desperation, which means they probably know this thing is going to be a disaster. But the fact that everybody is just pushing back against this, and if this thing is getting this much of a negative response, and everything really now from Kurtzman Trek is getting that negative response, do they honestly think Skydance wants to give them the green light for that year one? I don't see it happening. But there is this trailer that tries to invoke nostalgia to try and bait the old fans back, which, why? We know when it's set, we know how it's set, we know where it's set. Why would we expect Kirk and Spock and people to show up? It's not going to happen. And if it did, it sure as hell wouldn't be Bill Shatner and Leonard Nimoy now, would it? So, up yours to this show. I will, however, review it for you beautiful people. God, you owe me for that one. Whew, this is going to be tough. But what do you guys think of this trailer? Do let me know. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So do like, share, subscribe, hit the hype button, all that good stuff. Cheers. I'll catch you in the next one.